here's the protocol that Dr. Joe came up with that really seems to be having the best effect. Now, the research has shown that there is a genetic gene that can be that has to do with heart disease, and that if it's flipped on in a person, well, then you're predisposed to have that condition. But they found that there's a way to switch that off, and that using this protocol is what Dr. Joe says will switch that off. And this is the protocol. You take 4 scoops of ProArgi9 Plus and with water, and you can take it all in the morning, or you can spread it out throughout the day. Have 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and 2 throughout the day, or 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, or 4 all at once if you just want to get it in your system. It's going to last for 24 hours in your system, 24 to 36 hours. So just get it in. So you start the first week with 4 scoops. The second week you do 3 scoops, and then the next week you go down to 2 scoops, and then you stay on 2 scoops a day. And then Dr. Joe says that he would recommend doing that protocol 4 times a year. And that's because that genetic switch can get flipped back on, and it's hard to say when that actually happened, but this is just a protocol that would cause a little peace of mind knowing that you're always having it flipped off. I can tell you on a personal level that when I take it in the morning, and usually I take it at night before I go to bed, when I happen to take one in the middle part of the day, it's almost like I've had a cup of coffee, and I haven't drank coffee in a long time, but it's like this burst of energy, and it's almost uncomfortable for me. For those who have decaffeinated themselves and they happen to drink something with caffeine and it's like bzzz, and I'm not used to that, but I just know some of you like that, and I could definitely feel a burst of energy. And so that's just one of my personal experiences. Now, I'm not saying that within a week's time, 2 weeks' time, that everything is going to be all cleared up. It takes time. I mean, it took years to put that on, but it takes so much shorter amount of time in comparison. I'm not saying that it's going to take 1 month, 2 months. Actually, they're finding that 3 months, that there's definitely a very noticeable change, and that within 6 months, you can almost be back to a normal amount of elasticity in the veins again. There's a new medical device that we have access to at the Wellness Center, and what it does is the same thing that if you went to the hospital to get this done, the same thing that they would do would be to run a catheter in your veins, and it would probably be a hospital stay and probably end up costing $20,000. But with this new medical device, it's like a $40 test. I believe that's a special that we're running. But the importance of it is it gives you a marker to see where you start. It will show you, that you are a 30-year-old with a 50-year-old's veins and arteries, or a 50-year-old with a 80-year-old's veins and arteries. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that I would much rather be a 30, 40, 50-year-old with a 20-year-old's veins and arteries that's, and with that, you end up extending life as we know it, because everybody's going to die eventually. But I mean, heart disease is the #1 killer, the #1. And so what it means is, you could live till you're 100 or 150, who knows? But one night you'll just go to sleep and not wake up. Now that seems like kind of a morbid subject to talk about, but think of the alternative. That's a little bit harder to deal with, and I'd much rather go that gently way and live longer, see my grandchildren grow up, all that type of thing. So anyway, once you get that test, then in 30 days or 60 days, whenever you can get tested again, you see where you are then. I mean, it's the litmus test of knowing how far you've come. And that's why we know with everyone this is working, because everyone that does this test and then they have it done after a period of time, you see how much you are improving. And that's why I can be so excited, because I've actually seen this in action and talked to people and saw their results, and that's phenomenal. Synergy, the company that produces ProArgi9plus, has a phenomenal return policy. It's 90 days. 90 days. And it's 100% return. If you're not satisfied, or you haven't seen the effect that you were looking for, or haven't had an effect, you give them back your empty containers, and they give you 100% of your money back. I don't know of any other company that has that kind of policy. And the reason that they can have that kind of policy is because nobody is taking them up on it, because everybody has an experience. Now, it's not like it's 1 out of 5 that has an experience, or 1 out of 3. It's everybody. And the way we know it's everybody is because of the tests that have been run using the machine that we were talking about. So I think a person owes it to themselves for one reason. If you're young and you want to work out and you want to build body mass, or if you're middle-aged and you've had it in your heart disease or diabetes in your family, and you want to start working on keeping yourself in the best condition as possible, or if you've had some challenges and you're wanting to reverse those things, this is the time. There's never been a product that I have ever heard of that will do this for everyone. And I'm so excited, and I know you will be too if you try it. And so you just got to take that step. So I really appreciate you listening to what I have to say. And if you need to get a hold of us about having one of the tests done in your area, or have questions, just contact us, or contact the person that gave you this video. So thank you once again, and goodbye.